Good morning. Reporting live from the Home to Suites by Hilton in Owings Mills. I'm Dennis Klein, and I'm extremely excited to bring you this special edition of the Northwest Chamber's Facebook Live Fridays. Joining me today is our very own county executive, Johnny Olszewski Jr., and we are very pleased to bring you Johnny O answering a few questions for our members. How you doing, county executive?
Good, Dennis. Good morning. How are you doing today?
I'm great. Thank you for being here with us. Appreciate it. So as you think about the future of Baltimore County, what excites you about Northwestern Baltimore County?
Well, first, let me just say thank you for having me on, and it's a pleasure to join you. Thank you for your partnership in strengthening our county. The work that you do along with our business community is so vital to the strength and vitality of our county. And I'm excited about the future of all Baltimore County, and Northwest Baltimore County is certainly no exception. Whether it's Pikesville and Reisterstown, everywhere in between, there really is a lot to be excited about. You know, just the other week, I was actually in Reisterstown celebrating the county's second ever Main Street designation. We were there with great leaders like Herb Weiss and Mary Molinaro and Kathy Gambrell, who are partners in making that happen. We are excited about investing in our main streets. That follows what we did over in Catonsville with our first ever arts and entertainment district. And so as I think about places like Pikesville and how we can do more there, there's just so much work because we're going to not just keep our community strong and vibrant in Reisterstown. We're going to go to Pikesville. We're going to go to our other communities. Last month, we issued our Pikesville Revitalization Action Plan, and there's a rich history, a diverse, vibrant community there, and that plan will help set us a course for revitalization. And so thinking about how we do something like bringing those A&E districts to Pikesville, bringing those investments, engaging our chambers and our partners and our businesses. I mean, the Northwest has got such a bright future, both things that have done and things that are yet to come. You know, I think about Towson. We're going to have a circulator in Towson, and Owings Mills is a prime candidate. Once we show success in Towson on that circulator, that's the kind of place where I can see replicating that. There's so much good stuff happening out there, even in the midst of really trying times for our individuals, for our businesses. But, you know, there are also a lot of really good and encouraging things happening, especially in the Northwest.
That's cool. That's exciting for sure. I actually just moved to Butler Road in Reisterstown, so I'm right there in the mix back home. So it's awesome. So as the county continues to help businesses recover and grow, what resources are there available for businesses and business associations right now?
Absolutely. I mean, look, these have been hard times. They've been challenging times, and we need every resource we can to help our businesses grow and recover. And when unexpected crises hit, it's our job to step up and be partners. And I want to say, thanks to my team, we've really done that. And, we want to make sure we do all that we can to support our small business community, to support economic recovery. I hear the calls when people who have spent their entire lives building a business say, I'm concerned about the future. And so when we were in Reisterstown announcing the Main Street designation, we also announced that we were tripling our revitalization grants in commercial corridors from $10,000 to $30,000. So as we think about approaching the holiday season, there'll be more money there. Earlier this month, we put up $2.5 million to fund and support restaurants, who we know bars and restaurants have been particularly hard hit as a result of this pandemic. So $15,000 grants to help support them, extend their season outdoors, put in, carry out windows, all the things that they need. And so we'll keep doing all that we can there. We also have a small business reimbursement grant where we've helped 300 businesses put in other capital improvements. We have a COVID relief fund program of $250,000 where we are helping small businesses through. We did a grant program very early on for those businesses that did not get a PPP award from the federal government. We're proud that over 60% of those awards went to businesses that were small, minority-owned and women-owned businesses that weren't getting through, but we were able to help support them and sustain them. We're also providing support to our chambers, critical lifelines to our business community, supporting them through education and other vital information out there. So again, we announced money to help our chambers do work, and we are happy to award them to, all of the great organizations like the Northwest Chamber who are just doing great work out there. So we're doing all that we can to support our business community. We're going to keep doing more. We've had webinars about what's happening out there, what supports are available. I know the governor just announced additional supports yesterday. We're going to make sure that we partner with our chambers to get that information out there because we want to make sure we get through this together. And it's a challenge on the health front, but also on, the economic front, as well as, our schools. So, but we're here, we're a partner, and we're grateful for the Northwest Chamber being one of those partners at the table through all this.
It's great. And I mean, since the Northwest Chamber is made up of small businesses and local businesses, what can local businesses do to help right now?
Yeah, I mean, one of the things that we've seen is there's been incredible partnership and the commitment to get through this. And, the business community has been standing strong beside us. One of the things that we would ask businesses to keep doing, honestly, is help support our Be Safe to Stay Safe campaign. We have resources like table tents and masks and banners and signs that we are working with the business community to tell our residents that if you wear a mask and if you maintain social distancing and you do the right things, we can not only help save lives, we can keep our business community open. And that's what this is about, saving lives and supporting our business community. So for those who have the capacity, we have a COVID-19 emergency fund, which is helping us do things like buy PPE for our first responders, but really just help stay vigilant. Make sure that your employees are doing the right thing, washing your hands, wearing a mask, leading by example. But the business community has been such a great partner through all this. And I know that what's been incredible about that is that businesses are doing it even as they're having their own challenges as a business, their own concerns about their children and virtual learning, their own concerns about the health and safety of their families. So, business leadership has been incredible through this pandemic. We're still in the middle of it. We're not done, but continue the partnership, continue to tell us how we can help. Frankly, some of the best ideas that we've rolled out as programs have actually come as a result of those conversations and of those partnerships.
And it's great to see the community pulling together. And through this crisis, the county has continued to work on other efforts to improve the county. What else is the county doing right now?
Yeah, I mean, so not only are we trying to work with the business community on the business grants and the chamber grants and the revitalization efforts in our corridors, we're doing that, but we're also doing the testing and the PPE and the contact tracing and supporting eviction prevention and, feeding people over 7 million meals. As that's happening, we're also seeing protests in Baltimore County and across the country in response to the unjust treatment of African Americans. And so we know that even as we're meeting the moment of a pandemic, that this is also a moment that demands action and has calls for change. And so we've worked to deliver real change as well in Baltimore County. We took a significant step forward towards equal justice when we passed our Smart Policing Act. The new law, which has bipartisan support, makes our police department and our county better for everyone. Critical new policies banning chokeholds, prohibiting officers with misconduct from other police departments from coming here, codifying many significant reforms I already announced, additional supports for our officers, more training, more support. And what's incredible is, we're less than 2 weeks from an election. This country feels more divided than ever, more partisan than ever, and yet we did the unthinkable. We brought together Democrats and Republicans, almost every single member of our council, and we pushed meaningful bipartisan legislation to improve policing. And we're grateful for our men and women. They are so brave. They serve honorably. People like my brother who put their lives on the line every day. But we were able to come together and support our police officer, build trust in the communities. And so I want to thank Chief Hyatt for that. She shares my vision for community policing. We're working on school construction. We're still fighting to get all of our schools built. We put out a $1.6 billion plan for our high schools. We're working on the middle schools and elementary schools. We're fighting in Annapolis for Built to Learn to have hundreds of millions of dollars to finish building new schools, renovating old schools. We know how important it is because our kids are going to get back. And I'm pushing the school system to get our kids back as quickly and safely as possible. We're providing health resources so that we're reviewing their plans. But we haven't lost sight of the fact that we have to respond to this pandemic, but that other needs out there don't go away. And I'm grateful for our team and for partners like the Northwest Chamber for helping us work through those issues together.
I appreciate everything. Thank you so much for joining us today. That was a lot of very uplifting and made me very happy to hear of all the nice things that we got coming our way. And thank you for the great job you're doing. I mean, we appreciate all the hard work you and your team have done, obviously, to help us this year. And we look forward to partnering and assisting with you however we can, too.
Dennis, the feeling is absolutely mutual. I'm curious, how are you handling things? How's the chamber handling things during a pandemic? I mean, I'm sure it's fun being a leader of a chamber in the middle of a global pandemic, too.
Well, Emily Winters is awesome, and Kathleen Dorsey, and we've been applying for the grants that you've been talking about, and I think we're going to get one of them, and that'll help a lot. And, you know, for me personally, I have 2 kids in the house that I'd love to see back. One of them goes to Odyssey School, so they are back, but the other one's in Baltimore County school system. So the teachers have been doing a great job. They have patience of saints. I had hair, actually, before this whole thing started.
Well, I still have hair. It's just turning gray. Yeah. My wife reminds me of that all the time,
and thank your brother too. I mean, that's super, super awesome. What he's doing for us every day. And for everybody else out there, please be sure to follow Baltimore County Facebook page for all the news and updates pertaining to our communities. And thanks again, Johnny. I appreciate you coming in, and you're my guy.
Thanks, guys.
All right. As always, I'm Dennis Klein, and I'll see you again next week. Take care.